Hey guys, so as you can see in the title of the video today, I will be officially announcing why I'm leaving Sparking Zero, and this also will be a review on Sparking Zero in its entirety, because holy shit man, this game fell off so poorly, it's actually insane, and I will kind of talk about some of the positives that this game did give, since, I love like Tenkaichi 3, and Sparking Zero should have been, the proper, Tenkaichi 4 that we've all been waiting fucking 15 years for. But I guess because of modern gaming and maybe just dev times and crunching, this game at launch, first glance, even though it wasn't finished, had some promises. Because we're like, oh, well, they're just going to keep updating the game every DLC or even every couple months. And well, they didn't do shit until a year after the game came out. And even then, after a year of this game being out, there's barely anything new. Sorry for my cough, I'm still sick, so if I do cough during this video, just try to ignore that. Now, some of the positives I would give this game credit is it feels like Tenkaichi gameplay-wise, and some of the new mechanics are nice, but they're handled poorly, and I'll get to that later when I talk about the shitty multiplayer stuff. But this game in general, in my opinion, has phenomenal graphics. I would give them that. The character models look pretty great. The fluidity of the gameplay and I guess like the FPS and the special effects and like the details is amazing. And of course the one big thing that actually surprised me was the big ass character roster at launch, not including DLC. And I do think that's impressive, but I feel like they bit more than they could chew, because besides the massive character roster, they neglected everything else, like maps. The capsule system is very boring. Most of the capsules are literally identical. Like, even Tenkaichi 3 had some unique capsules. Where's the red Batora? Or hell, what I would call it, a red capsule. Where's the red capsules? They didn't update any of that shit. There's barely any outfits in this game, even though there's like almost 200 characters. There's still no color alternates for any of the costumes, which means if you're playing online and you play the exact same character, because there's no color alternates, which every other fighting game has, you literally cannot tell who's who, because it's the exact same character model and the exact same color of clothes, which is poor game design, and they could have easily added that. All you gotta do is just change Goku's colors, or something. Not that damn hard. The fact that the PS2 games had alternate color schemes from 2007, and this game came out in 2020 goddamn 4. So, like, what the fuck are they doing? And now, it seems like the next big set of DLCs for this game will be in, March 2026? Which is 5 months from now. And if that's the case, this game is going to be dead for 5 months unless they shock us with a free update. But I highly doubt it, because why would they wait this? Why would they wait this long? And it's ridiculous. Now, I don't want to keep beating a dead horse scratch that, more like a dead carcass at this point. A horse with bones, because the whole internet has been shitting on this game. But there's so many things that are missing from this game, and so many false promises that that the game promised before launch, that in my opinion is fucking false marketing, and that's on them. Like, remember how they were hyping up the story mode for this game, and like the what if battles, and like all the crazy what if scenarios? Yeah, there's only like 2 that are actually interesting, which is Gohan Black, and I think Trunks going into the Tournament of Power. I think that's literally it. And maybe Super Saiyan Vegeta and his battle armor, which isn't even a damn skin that they could have easily put for the Android Saga Super Saiyan Vegeta. They could have easily made that a skin, but it's not. It's in the game, but you can't access it unless you have mods on PC. So there's a bunch of skins that have been cut, that have been locked behind going through the game files for a year now. There's no excuse for this shit. No excuse. With a game like Sparking, the Raging Blast series, and even Tenkaichi 3 had more what-ifs. Hell, even Budokai 3, and I think even Infinite World had what-ifs, right? So, what the fuck is their excuse? 3 what-ifs? And realistically, the only interesting one would be the Trunks one, and especially the Gohan Black. The Gohan Black one is the best what-if in the entire fucking game, because it adds a new character that is like literally some fanfiction type shit, and I love that. And that's the type of stuff I want, is some fanfiction shit. But no, they lied to us about that. Then they lied about the customization, because FY, there's like literally a bunch of accessories in the game slots, yet there's only like one accessory. And there's fucking 200 characters now. And don't get me started on the fucking DLC, dude. And the fact there's only been one new map in 1 year. We gotten 20 characters and a new fucking map and a new skin. That's it. That's it. In a year. In 365 days. That's all we got. Was one map, 20 characters, which most of them are pretty trash, so you could probably reduce that to maybe 15. And one new skin for one character. No new accessories, no new capsules, none of it. And they had the audacity to give us fucking, what's it called, the custom battles for DLC 1. Like, we couldn't just make them ourselves. You had to give us, like, scraps. Like, dude, Parallel Quests are a million times better. You might as well not even give us... And that's so fucking funny, is they gave up on that because in DLC 2 and 3, there's no fucking custom battles. Like, they gave up on it. Including the skins, too. They gave up on that. You know? This game also is missing a lot of characters for DLC. I think DLC Pack 1 was probably the only DLC pack that's actually worth your money. But even then, like, I don't like Daima, I don't like Superhero, I don't even care for Dragon Ball as much anymore, because in my opinion, the series fell off after they released, actually no, I think the Dragon Ball series fell off after Dragon Ball Super Broly. That's my hot take. I feel like, honestly, the Torment Power was the last line of defense for Dragon Ball, in my opinion. So anything after that, I just don't care for, and I feel like it's just nostalgia bait at this point. And speaking of nostalgia bait, this game was the definition of nostalgia bait. And it pisses me off because I fell for it. I should have bought this game when it was $50, not $70. But I couldn't wait fucking 2 extra months because I got into the FOMO. And I feel like a dumbass for doing that. And it's just... it's insane, man. Now, besides the story mode, which in my opinion, I don't mind that, like, they skipped a lot of Dragon Ball Z, because to be honest, dude, everyone's seen Dragon Ball Z. But they didn't give us any Dragon Ball, and none of the movies, yet they give us the characters. And they didn't even give us the maps for Dragon Ball Super, like the fucking, the fucking Tournament of Destroyers, or Glacier. Or even fucking Kame House isn't in the game, or Kame's Lookout. Where's Hell? Hell isn't a part of the fucking game. Like, all of these maps from the PS2 that were in a fucking game engine from 2005 to 2007 made it. Even Xenoverse got Hell. Yet this game doesn't. And a glacier map. Xenoverse also has a snow map. What is their excuse? Like, what the fuck? You know? Like, and realistically, the Daima characters are the only new characters to Sparking Zero, and they fuck that up somehow. So realistically, if you excuse the superhero characters because other games have had them, it's even less diversity in content. Now, besides my complaints of the story mode and the lack of content and custom battles being trash and all this shit, let's get into the online, because this has got to be the most shittiest fighting game community I've seen. I've never witnessed the amount of rage quitters and the amount of pussy ass people in this game. I've had a much less toxic environment playing MK1's multiplayer, and that's saying something. I think this game is more toxic than Call of Duty. Like, what the fuck is this community? I don't know if I'm just fighting like little 5-year-olds or something, but everyone just spams the same move. Like, for one, I keep seeing people spam like Vanishing Assault. Like look at the Hercule AI. Watch when it spams that Vanishing Assault teleporting move in a couple minutes. That's what everyone does. For some reason, people just think that spamming X and square together will make you win the match. And I keep dodging it. And I kid you not, there was this one time where my dad was watching me play the game, and I literally, kid you not, dodged I dodged one Vanishing Assault, and I was fighting a Beast Gohan player, wouldn't you know, not surprised this happened, and then I blocked his see how Hercule just did the Vanishing Assault? That's what I'm talking about. Where he does the teleport shit, and also, for some reason, the AI glitches out. Once again, poor game design. But I was fighting this Beast Gohan player, and he does the Vanishing Assault, and I block it. Or no, I dodge the first one, and then he does it again, and I block it. Guess what this Beast Gohan player does after that? He goes AFK for 3 seconds and leaves the match. Rage quit in 10 seconds, all because I dodged his Vanishing Assault. If you have to rely on one move that has been nerfed, by the way, and you gotta back out because I blocked one time and then dodged the previous time, you need to just quit fighting games. I'm sorry, what the hell? There was this one guy that literally was using the Android, was it Android 13? The trucker hat, fucking Android? He was spamming, moves like an Android 13 player would. Then he transformed, and then before I was about to die, he used Explosive Wave on me, and I blocked his Explosive Wave, I guess it's like a special move, not the actual skill move, but the actual, ultimate move. And because I was playing Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, I did Super Saiyan Blue's Rush move, where it does, that cool, one-punch attack. Since I blocked his Explosive Wave, and then after that, I had enough time to use the Rush move since he had no recovery, he just backed out. It's crazy how people will literally rage quit once you figure out their stupid, cheesy bullshit. There's been so many people that just fucking give up after, a minute or less because you figure them out. Or people have really shitty connections, and that's the biggest problem. This game, and I talked about this earlier about how I like some of the gameplay mechanics, this game is so fucked when it comes to certain gameplay mechanics. Revenge counter is fucking annoying. I fucking hate it. I hate revenge counter and I hate super counters, and I'll explain why later. And I don't know if it's because of the recent patch, but you cannot perception revenge counters now. Every time someone every time someone does a revenge counter on me, and I press triangle and circle, it half the time does not come out, even though my character is doing the stance. I don't get it. I know that I'm doing a combo, and I guess maybe there isn't enough recovery, but if someone's able to do a revenge counter because I'm doing a combo, and if I can't pull it off, then that's poor game design. That means that on some characters, you cannot do a perception against a revenge counter. Which means the gameplay system is halfway flawed. And not just that, super counters is, in my opinion, such a bullshit system because literally there's nothing that can actually counter a super counter besides maybe Wild Sense or a after image type move, technically. And maybe your own super counter or the vanishing thing, but if you have no key, then literally if you are a super counter god, you're invulnerable. You will never fucking die. And that's the problem, because this game nerfs super counters, and with the horrible netcode, it makes it to where literally some people super counter instantly every fucking attack, but then you can't do shit. So you just gotta take the 10,000 damage combo every fucking time. But you know that you're comboing right, and you're doing the super counter input correctly because it worked the previous match. And it pisses you off because you're helpless. What are you gonna do? You can't mash it because they nerfed that. You just have to get lucky or just hope the fucking player is a dumbass. Which, this player base either has dumbasses, sweat lords that act like they're going to win a tournament, or a mixture of both where they're sweaty and a dumbass because they abuse gameplay mechanics. You know? It's ridiculous. This game fucking sucks. Like this gameplay, in my opinion, makes me want to go back to Xenoverse 2. I think Xenoverse 2, in my opinion, had a more balanced flow of actually getting combos off and actually having shit that flowed really well, especially with a great connection. Like, I think Xenoverse 2, if it didn't have shitty online as well, it would have been awesome. Like, if you play Xenoverse 2, you'll know that you actually have cool combos you can create. You know, in this game, dude, every big badass combo you can make is literally just square, 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 triangle, square, 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 triangle, square, square, dash, square, square, fucking hold square up, and then do a rush or an ultimate. That's the entire that's a flashy combo that you can only do. There's nothing else. Like, I cannot believe, and here's another thing, this game, speaking of not adding like new stuff, where's survival mode? Where's Dragon Sim? These are things that should have been in the game. I personally love Dragon Sim, and I love survival mode because it's like a miniature version of COD Zombies, and it's a fun challenge. Where are these game modes? And don't say that the new boss raid mode is an actual game mode, because FYI, it's literally the most modern game bullshit of using FOMO to get people to play a shitty fucking mode that has no rewards. Like, dude, it's been a year and you're still giving out the same rewards that no one's gonna give a fuck about? Besides maybe some guy in fucking Timbuktu? Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? And now Xenoverse 3 is officially in development. And I'm like, if Xenoverse 3 comes out and is far better than this game, then the Tenkaichi series is dead. Unless they make the most insane ball-busting fan-fiction-ass game that we've been wanting since our childhoods. But with how game devs are, I don't think they're even going to accomplish that because they're too fucking lazy and incompetent. Like, I'm going to be probably moving to 2XKO once that comes out on console because it's free to play and it's like Dragon Ball FighterZ, you know, and it's an actual game with stats and frame data and actual competitive in mind and has rollback netcode. And it's free. And they got skins in that game. So it's like, the fact that a free-to-play game has more stuff that this game doesn't is just sad. Hell, there's fucking Dragon Ball Roblox games that have more better updates than this game in its entire year of content. That's pitiful. And honestly, shame on y'all. Because this was supposed to feed the Dragon Ball fan base, and it didn't really do shit. And it sucks. It really, really sucks, man. I don't even know. I don't really know what else to talk about, to be honest, because I mean, I kind of ranted about everything I don't like. Besides just shitty gameplay mechanics, a bunch of exploits. Look at the tournament scene, that was absolutely garbage. And to be honest, dude, whoever takes this game that seriously tournament-wise, bro, needs to go play Minecraft or some shit. I don't even know what to even tell them, because this game, and I always knew this game was not going to be tournament viable because I've played the Nintendo Wii game, so I know what I'm talking about. I've played Budokai Tenkaichi 3. But even that, like, for example, like, the skill count system still needs a nerf. I'm tired of dealing a bunch of damage to someone, like, let's say like a 10,000 damage combo, and they go from 1 skill count to 3 in, like, 2 seconds because they keep giving people free brownie points because the skill count system wasn't broken enough with the fucking broken-ass moves we got, like Wild Sense and Insta-Spark and all this bullshit. And it's fucking annoying, dude. Super fucking annoying. Like, no wonder this game was literally full with a bunch of meta motherfuckers that just wanted to spam meta all fucking day. constantly spamming meta. Like, y'all guys didn't playtest shit, and hell, even ranked was broken until I think one of the recent updates like a month or two ago. So even ranked, which by the way, they focus way too much on ranked because they're trying to get that bag of like, modern game competitiveness, which is retarded because this game is fucking dog shit competitively, and I don't give a fuck what you say. It's garbage. Compared to other fighting games, and even games like Fortnite, I think are way better competitive than this shit. Like look at the fucking AI. What is he doing, bro? He's just fucking spazzing out, having a stroke, you know. But anyways, man, like I'm gonna have to give this game, honestly, a little bit of a drum roll. Well, not gonna be any drum roll sounds because this game is a fucking whimper. But I'm giving this game like an 8.3 out of 10. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Maybe when it first came out, but because they didn't do shit with this game, I just slowly started to hate this game more and more and more. And this game could have been a 10 out of 10. If they just gave us literally 2 new game modes that are permanent, don't do any fucking bullshit FOMO psychology shit, more skins and more maps. That's literally all they had to do. And maybe some more capsules and customization like that, like miscellaneous shit. And I will literally suck this game's dick. But no. Let's not do any of that. Let's announce Season Pass 2 so you can spend more fucking money on characters from like the PS2. But anyways, man, I have to say that Sparking Zero was probably the biggest flop I've ever seen in a game in a very long time. But yeah, I'm done with this game. I can't take it no fucking more. It literally makes my blood turn into magma. But I'm gonna see you guys later, man. Just remember this will be my last Sparking Zero video. Any last words before I go? Oh, yeah, right. Please, man, like and subscribe. Comment on my videos. I'll always answer and reply to comments. Definitely turn on notifications. I'll probably be doing some other game reviews in the future, like, Resident Evil 4 Remake and Red Dead 2 and stuff. But please like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Have a good day or have a